Okay, everybody, welcome to Homestuck. And my cat, my cat really wants to play right now, but I have to record this, so we're kind of trying to do both. Hey, kitty, you gonna settle down? You gonna behave for the fine people of YouTube? All right. Well, good enough. Anyway, so here we are. It's time to begin whatever frickin' act we're on. I don't even know anymore. Let's see, Act 6, Act something. Act 6, Act 6. So first of all, we have Caliborn here, celebrating the lack of hussy. The glorious, glorious lack of hussy. His reign is over, supposedly. Hey, be nice. Anyway, so, let's get to it. Etc., etc. Act 6, Act 6. Okay. Doesn't even play the piano, just hits the demo button. I remember doing this when I was, 3. The glorious Wilhelm scream. Such glorious music Caliborn can make. Keep golf clapping as long as you can. Actually, that's a lie. I'm fairly certain that the Flash animation can keep this up longer than I can. Is this it? Is this? I think this is the end. I think this is as far as this goes. I just noticed the text up. Okay, now it's over. Begin Homestuck. Oh. Good. Caliborn continues to be the most endearing of Homestuck characters. Also, I just noticed during that golf clap, the text at the top of the screen, the links above are worthless garbage, stupid, who cares, which apparently takes you back to the archives, judging from that. Wow, no, boring, which looks like more menu stuff. Overpriced trash leads you to the shop. Dumb noise. What is this? Oh, Bandcamp. Perfect. Morons. The forums. The forums are full of morons. Well, oh... I mean... He's got you there. I'm sorry. Bullshit is the unlock screen, which I'm still not allowed to look at, and whatever, which is credits. Whatever. Begin Homestuck. A young male Homo sapien is trapped in his room. The premise is uninteresting and everything about it sucks, hence the title, which is a portmanteau. A portmanteau which has ironically been separated into 2 separate words. I don't know why I find that funny, but the word portmanteau has been separated into 2 separate words, and that is kind of hilarious when you stop and think about it. Consisting of 2 thematically appropriate words. The male is not very smart. There's something about a human birthday, and he doesn't have a name yet, and more stupid things along those lines. All of this is irrelevant. Here is what really matters. Okay. What really matters. A young male cherub has achieved total domination over his quest thus unlocking his magic mystery planet and therefore gaining supreme mastery over all events in reality, canonical or otherwise. He became a god tier, obviously. It was easy, involving a trivial act of self-suicide. It's not a very big deal at all. That's what happens when you're the best. You become the best thing quite casually, and off-screen, like it's not even that important. Then he started climbing the god tiers. Lordling. See, like that. He stood on that flashy thing, which may not even be literally real. Hard to say. With each god tier he climbed, he got a new achievement badge sewn onto his kitty camper handy sash. Which also may be a thing that's not literally real, like many other things, which don't seem to have literal reality, but exist anyway. Getting new badges helps you understand stupid things like that better. In other words, they are mostly pointless. Like Gift of Gab, which is especially useless to our hero, since there is nobody for him to talk to except for a rude clown, and all his dumb green friends, I guess. And he could already talk to them regardless, so what the fuck? The badges are also shitty. I barely even know what to say. One of them lets you acquire objects with your bare hands. No capture logs required. Wow, it's a dream come true. There's another one, and I'm not joking here, that grants you the ability to have non-awkward personal relationships. I wish I was making this up, I really do. Well, the fact that you have to earn this badge suddenly explains everything. Everything about the interpersonal conflict of this comic. But there was one badge he got. That was not a pitiful waste of time. A skeleton key badge. Having this badge meant that he could automatically unlock any lock he wanted to, including all the contraptions on this planet, allowing him to officially and permanently assume control of a property of his experimental continuum, which I have reason to believe is called the narrative. And due to his unquestioned supremacy over a lot of things, he is now able to commandeer this enigmatic medium, while totally unimpeded by the ghostly voice of a sarcastic douche. In my dream, I am this cherub. Close up. It's me. And as it happens, my dream is a fact. I have taken over this story, and I will now retell it according to my understanding and level of interest. I will additionally provide an honest and brutal critique of the events and the way they have been shown, by utilizing the most potent weapon anyone could ever hope to allot to his specialist. It is the weapon of satire. Satire. Oh my god, this is going to be so great. Has anyone ever done anything like this before? I doubt it. Well, it's the closest thing that comes to mind, actually, is the Ember Island players on Avatar, where they just retold the story, but through the lens of the villains, and with really shitty production values. So welcome to Caliborn's Ember Island players retelling of Homestuck. Hi, Cat. I know. All I have to do is keep working the magic with my fucking computer pencil. Yes! Drawing is easy. Don't let anyone ever tell you it isn't. You work hard and hone your craft and ignore the haters until you are in the zone. I know so many artists who are flipping Caliborn the bird over this right now. Now, excuse me while I draw a shitty room. Mail. Examine room. You examine your shitty room. Hi, Cat. Again. You are the male. I'm calling him you for some reason. That is how this idiotic adventure usually goes. The guy on the screen, that's you. Confused yet? Haha, it only goes downhill from here. Prepare to be frustrated and angry as more things happen. Male, do some stuff. You fuck around heartily. Again, by you I mean him. I know it is counterintuitive, but I will keep saying he's you because of my artistic license. And the male fucks around a lot like this, bouncing around and jittering, wasting time. But the secret is that it's actually me fucking around. I move this guy around like a puppet with my imaginary hand, see? Again, the pseudo-imaginary, maybe real, maybe not hand. Go to the chest. I tell my puppet what to do by typing orders in the thing, while pretending that you are typing them. It is a disingenuous ruse at best to make you believe you are guiding my puppet, also bizarrely insisting that you are the puppet by calling him you. I unsuccessfully strive to immerse you in an experience that no one with a brain could ever conceivably wish to participate in regardless. But in the end, the joke of it all is, It's just me telling myself what to do with my puppet, and then doing it, and you will agree this is the height of creative self-indulgence. In fact, for me to even be mocking the practice almost feels incestuously masturbatory, even though that is a redundant phrase for cherubs. Fair point. Hide inside chest. You can probably hear my cat running around back there. Yeah, I'm ignoring him and this is bothering him. Can you see him back there? Yep, there he is. Alright. Yeah, here. The cat's good for views. Beep, beep, beep. All aboard the idiot wagon. This is the kind of thing that happens almost every screen, as opposed to accomplishing things that are important or make sense. Let's take note of the fact that I'm slamming this tendency and moving on. Mail, go over there. Okay, you go over there. You stand there, nothing happens. God damn, I'm good at this. You get on the shape and I make you do a dance. I use the principle of animation to put movements in motion, somehow. You know this by now, my storytelling genius. I draw my puppet and I draw his room and that's it. Now all I have to do is move him around the room and make him do meaningless things for laughs. But the really funny thing is, the laughter is mostly coming from me. It is happening at your expense. Snoosh, snoosh. Yeah, this looks like Act 1, all right. This way I can make so many of these story rectangles so fast, so it seems to everyone who is stupid enough to look at my rectangles in the first place that so much is happening and the plot is advancing at breakneck speed. Oh, I don't think anybody thought the plot was advancing at breakneck speed during Act 1. Thank you very much. It's just a clever trick, though, because the truth is there is no plot. Nothing is actually happening, ever. Just a lot of bullshit like this, with cakes and cards flying every which way. And you're just sitting there, frowning at it. Exercise freedom to leave room. I think I'm going to keep doing this video until the end of Act 1 of this, and then we'll go back to the regular blog. The lucky male is oblivious to his privilege of not being chained to his room, with the horrible sister he doesn't have. Well, I mean, there's Jade, but that's a whole ball of wax right now. The advantage makes him way too overpowered, therefore he is what some refer to as a human Mary Sue. This makes him less sympathetic and gives you another reason to actively root for his death. He goes downstairs and you think, haha, this is it, something important is happening, but your observation is another brainless fallacy. The thing happening here is just as pointless as everything else. The larger Homo sapien is obviously attempting to help the male grow up and become strong through a rite of passage involving sweets, possibly to help the male become a trickster, but the male is stubborn and refuses, like an idiot. Leave building. Turns out the male can leave after all, relatively unhindered. Relatively unhindered. That's not how I remember it. That's not how I remember it at all. I mean, I suppose compared to being chained to a wall, it was relatively unhindered, but seriously, it was bullshit. Trying to get out of the house took so goddamn long. Basically contradicting the entire premise of the story. What a joke, you say to yourself. You, the reader, though, not you, the male. Male, boggle vacantly at these shenanigans. It begins to dawn on you that everything you just did may have been a colossal waste of time. It probably pretty much was. It also begins to dawn on you that I was the one all along who illustrated this fantastic cartoon rectangle. No, you were not. Which you remember that you saw before somewhere, and you now find this revelation to be almost as retroactively plausible as it is mind-blowing. It brings to mind a famous quote from a celebrated poet of yore that I think goes like this. Well, shit, that's a hell of a mystery. No one thought it was a mystery. It didn't even really need solving. But damn if it didn't just get solved. So nice work. Cherub Shakespeare, probably. I mean, I got no problem with calling Dave Cherub Shakespeare, if it's alright with you. I have to save that screen cap for later. I'm almost certain Cherub Shakespeare said that. Google Clouds. In the interest of full disclosure, though, when doing fine art, sometimes it pays to cheat and find things that are hard to draw on the internet, where they are already there for you. You can save time and make you appear to be better at things than you really are. Take this advice to heart. If you want to be as successful as me, not going to happen, by the way. Anyway, back to the story. After an endless parade of unamusing and inconsequential events, finally something happens! You'll find this is customary for this tale. Lots and lots of stupid, unimportant things happen, and then finally out of nowhere, a stupid, important thing happens. A meteor appears. Without explanation, it is headed directly for the male. There is nothing he can do but accept his fate. Look, he does not even try to flee because he is an ignoramus. Well, there was not very much... Well, yeah, no, it's John. I'll give him that. Get murdered by explosion. Boom! He are thoroughly mortared by the explosion. Mortared? Mortared? Mortar? Just all of a sudden I'm from Boston. You, not him, are stunned and yet underwhelmed by the moment of anticlimax. As you continue to boggle vacantly, you reaffirm your suspicion that nothing you just did mattered at all. Confirm the kill. A dead. I, produce photographic evidence of the slaughtered male body. He is indeed dead, and will stay dead for this whole story. Only his ghost will show up now and then, in a blurry flash of light, to haunt me periodically throughout history, but I will say more about that later. You think the above graphic looks familiar. You think you have seen this great drawing before. In a different context, you see, this is what master storytellers refer to as a visual callback. Truly exceptional professionals often will take an old drawing they did that shows a similar situation and do a couple of half-assed things, like change the colors to make it slightly different. Hi, cat. You, observe that this ingenious feat of laziness makes the repeated things seem more profound and meaningful than they are. For reasons you don't understand, because they don't exist. This is the trade secret among skilled artisans such as I. Please try to keep this on the down low and not tell anyone. It could be our secret. They don't even need to know. Alright, well that's the end of Act 1 of Homestuck. So I think that's more than enough video for now. Let's take this back to the drawing board, shall we? Alright. See you in a bit, everybody.